free background music ready
Yes.
to keep people soothed, so they're not just listening to our mic fans. Keep people soothed.
Yep. All right, we're
All right,
live.
cool. Excellent. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the AEGIS stream. We're back, and things are really exciting because we're ramping up the AEGIS2 Kickstarter finally, and not just superficially. It has a AEGIS2 Kickstarter preview page and everything, which you can go and click on, and I'll put that in the video description after this. But yeah, so very exciting. Well, we're doing AEGIS2 stuff continuously. This is not a super special cool announcement stream. This is still just a playtesting stream, but it is a playtesting stream with new and exciting game mode content that I have been testing on my own and a little bit in the Discord, but never on stream before. Never talked about this feature or explained it or pitched it to anyone really. So that's what we're doing today, and that mode is the solo. It's a solo mode. I think I already said that, but yeah, it's a solo mode. The most requested feature of the first box is everybody wants a solo mode because everybody who buys this game can't find other people to play with. So, or just it's you want stuff to do with all the cool things we give you in the box that doesn't rely on other people to come and sit down and play with you. So we made a solo mode. It's something I ruminated on for a long time. I had a lot of different challenges because Aegis is a tactics game and it's like very heavily PvP. And there's a lot of different variables with how you move robots around and how you position things and how your opponent positions things. So we needed to figure out a solo mode for this game that I didn't want to like ship an entire box of like new components that you slap on top of an already component heavy game, right? So I did. Before we get into this, who's joining me today? Yampy.
Indeed.
Yay, Yampy's here. He helped me run the stream. I don't know what I'd do without you. So Yampy's here. We got Chaos Lad, aka Bad Jocks, is here listening in the background. And I am going to play the solo mode because I will explain it as I play it. But yeah, solo mode had challenges. I wanted a low footprint thing that would be compatible with all of Aegis. High order, considering that both the new and old boxes together have like 200 robots across them and a million different commanders and all sorts of different things. So low footprint, didn't want to like have a whole bunch of assets. So in this solo mode, the only new components to play solo mode are actually there's going to be a boss card. There's this deck of cards over here, the solo rondo cards, of which there are 12. 10 generic AI cards, and then 2 special cards that are associated with whatever boss you're facing. And that's pretty much it. You can use pieces that are already in your box to use as the boss, because each boss will be a different level 5 robot. So right now we're going to face the Arazel Sol boss, and there'll be an Arc Infinity boss, and an Undergansha boss, and the Nikosaur boss, and so ideally there will be at least 8 different bosses total to go along with the 8 different level 5 robots that will eventually exist in this game. And maybe they'll even have a big cool miniature, but we're still working that out. So yeah, like I said, you have a boss card, you have AI cards, and then you have just some reference cards. This is a reference card, your Valor skills, and you choose, just like normal Aegis, you build out a team of 5 robots. You have a set of combined robots off on the side, so it's exactly like normal Aegis in that way. You still build a team around any commander that you want. All the same team building restrictions like normal Aegis apply. And then for the boss card, for the boss you're facing, you're going to look at your boss, and you're going to construct a deck of minions, which can be constructed out of any robot cards in the game. So you can look at all the million billion robots that we give you and construct your perfect little minion deck to kind of depending on how easy or hard you want the game to be. When you first open the box, we recommend that you just take 2 of the pre-constructed teams, any 2, and just mash them up like Smash Up, and just shuffle them together, and bam, that's your minion deck. You want them probably be like kind of synergistic, but not entirely necessary. So yeah, today I mashed up the new pre-constructed teams for the new G Commander Ganeth and the new neutral yellow commander AEGIS. So there's the enemy deck in this game is going to be lots of arcing robots that will shoot at me from far away. We'll see how that goes because I have not tested that yet. We're gonna find lots of game-breaking bugs, but more or less the solo mode rules actually do work pretty seamlessly with like 90% of robots, and then there's like some that require little amendum rules here and there, but like how X cost attacks work and things like that. But for the most part, your average robot that moves, shoots, heals, debuffs, and things like that works just fine in this system. You can build out anything that you want. But yeah, and then the last thing that you need is the new Starpoint board, which is I think the first time we shown it on stream because I just uploaded it. But this is one of the new 2-player boards in the new AEGIS2 box. You use it for both Starpoint mode, which is like another game mode that we've fiddled with a few times on stream, where your robots resurrect and you try to punch each other for points. And then you also use it for solo mode, aka what we're doing now. So you have, it's like a normal Aegis board, but it's the size of half of an Aegis board. At the start of a solo game, you take the top 2 cards of the minion deck and you reveal them, and you spawn those 2 robots into play. And here's how spawning works. You literally roll a d6, and it'll tell you where those robots spawn. So like first robot spawns on, I already spawned them in, they spawned on 6 and 4. And these star point spaces on the board are numbered. So anytime a robot spawns, anytime an enemy spawns a token or whatever, you will roll a die and it will spawn on that space. If that space is already occupied, it will just go to the next available number up. And then the boss starts on 7 in the middle, and the boss will move around between rounds, also via dice roll. But yeah, so at the start of this game, I revealed the top 2 cards of the minion deck. I revealed 2 little piddly eye types, which spawned around here, back here. And then, based on that, I can now set up my robots. You can, in solo mode, you can set up your robots in the start zone in front of you, or you can spread them out across both start zones on the map. So let's say if I wanted to specifically destroy this IVE 100 over here, I would start some of my robots over there. Like, I'll put my Shah and my over there, and hopefully this will be the final stream, or one of the final streams, where we don't have the final AEGIS2 art in. We showed it off at PAX Unplugged recently. I've been stockpiling robot art for like 2 years, and we finally showed some of it. So I'm gonna update these robot cards soon. But yeah, so I started my ANS robot over here. I started my EG&I robot over here. I'm using Salazar's default team. It's the new S-type Sector Authority Commander in AEGIS2. His main gimmick is that he can combine into a level 5 robot and has like a whole suite of strong other combines that he can do. And his commander ability, called Authority, gives combined robots reroll, so that's cool. Now, how do you win in this game? The boss has HP. You punch the boss. And other than that, though, whenever you destroy a minion, you will also deal damage to the boss's HP equal to that minion's level, aka the number of letters it has. So if I destroy these eye types, it'll deal 1 damage to the boss. And if I just straight up punch the boss, it'll deal damage as normal. And we'll get into how minions combine if it actually comes up. So first thing you do is, you spawn your minions. I put my guys down on the board, and now we go to this deck, the AI deck, the Solo Rondo deck. And every round, you're going to take 3 cards off the top of this here Solo Rondo deck, and you're going to put them out, and you're going to flip them over after shuffling them up. And there's 12 cards in the deck, and the game will end after 4 rounds, no matter what. So this is actually a timed game mode where you're always just trying to blow up the boss in a certain number of turns. And what these AI cards, I flipped over an A1, I flipped over an E1, and I flipped over one of my boss's special attacks. And the way that the game proceeds from here is that, unlike normal Aegis, this is the main thing that's different from normal Aegis. Unlike normal Aegis, I don't move all of my robots and then the enemy moves all their robots. We're doing machine chess rules. I will activate one robot, and then one of these boss AI cards will activate, and then I'll activate another robot, boss AI card activates, activate a third robot, boss AI card activates, and then I use the remainder of my robots and energy after that third card. And then after we're both done moving, end of round stuff happens, and then that'll repeat for 4 rounds until the deck is empty, and I have approximately that many things that I can do. When my robots die in this mode, they just respawn in the start and anywhere in one of the start zones. But when my robots die, I have HP called Valor, so whenever one of my robots dies, I take damage. I just take 1 damage per robot destroyed, whether it was a level 1 or level 5. So you're not disincentivized from combining in this mode. You still want to make combined robots a lot, and you won't be punished for doing so, because you still only lose 1 Valor if you combine together. So yeah, first round. I know that. Let's look at the first AI card. So the bosses has the big A. The big A card. That means that player always gets to go first. I get to activate one of my robots first, and then when the enemy goes, the boss card will activate whatever one of its 3 attacks is next to the big A symbol. In this case, the arcing laser burst, and it will shoot me, and I'll explain when that happens. So I know ahead of time what the boss is going to do, and then after the boss does its attack, if it does anything, it'll activate all A-type minions, and it includes combines that are partially A-type, so combines are strong because they can activate multiple times in a round. And if there are no minions, if there are no A-type minions, then you spawn new minions at the end of this turn. And that's kind of like the flow of the game. So I'm going to punch this Hive. And with my 400, I'm going to roll 2 dice. And I'm going to hope that I'm going to roll some 3s. And I missed horribly. So here's a cool thing. The last new feature, this is relatively new. We're still testing this out. You don't want your life to be a slave to output randomness in a game that's a short amount of time. So I just missed my attack. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible. I only have so many actions in this game, Breeze. What are you doing? Why would you design a game this way? So you can actually spend your party HP to do a suite of little abilities over here, like Valor skills. So since I just screwed up on 2 dice, well, I can always pay 2 Valor to change any die to a 6. So what if I did that right now? I'm going to pay 4 Valor, and I'm just going to change both of these to 6s, because I only have so much time on this Earth to beat this boss. So I'm just going to change both of those dice to 6s. I'm going to deal 4 damage to this Ive instead of missing, and that Ive will die, and I feel really good about myself. And because I blew up a level 1 robot, the boss will take 1 damage. And cool, I made progress. That's solid progress on turn 1. Now the boss will go. The boss is going to use Arcing Laser Burst. Well, Breeze, how does the boss know what to target? I have 5 robots. Well, I'm glad you asked, Breeze. This is exactly what it feels like when you're playing a solo game. Well, so Arcing Laser Burst has infinity range, so it can choose anything, right? Well, I have devised this amazing system for targeting priority for the AI, and it's called alphabetical order. So no matter what, this robot will, number one, it will choose the biggest robot. So if I had a 2-letter robot out, it will always choose the 2-letter robot to shoot. I don't. So now you look at level 1 robots. Well, what do I have out? I have an A, an E, and a G, and I. So it's going to always shoot this A robot instead. And if I were smart, I would have moved over to the left last turn, which I will do. So I don't get caught in this giant splash damage that's about to happen to me. So because it's my only A robot, this boss will attack the A robot. And it's going to roll 5 dice, and each 4 or better will deal 1 damage to it and everything to around it. Yeah, right. So 2, 3 damage. So this would deal 3 damage to my Awe. Now, if it killed it, I could pay 2 Valor to make one of these dice a 1 with my purple Valor ability, but I don't want to do that. I think I'll live. If it goes to 1. So that's what that does. Cool. Boss is done. There's no A minions to move, and therefore it reveals a minion card. What is it? It's an Actyl. Actyl comes in, and Actyl spawns, and I roll a die. Where do you spawn, Actyl? 2. 1, 2, 2. Cool. That puts you right near my guys, and I will kill you. What does this Actyl do? This Actyl doesn't do anything fancy. It just has critical and piercing, but it's cool. So normally, the enemy AI deck is made up of 2 of each letter. So there's 2 A's. So I know eventually another A card will pop up and activate that Actyl. But there's also 2 of these Aegis AI cards that activate all minions, regardless of what they're doing and where they are. So I know that Actyl will activate next turn, and I know that Actyl will shoot my gun because my gun has beacon. So knowing that ahead of time, do I want to do anything? No. I think I'm just going to... And this Actyl has what? 4 HP? Did I nerf this Actyl? Let's see here. I thought I had 5. Anyway, so I'm going to do a similar play as Lad. This is probably bad. We'll see what I roll. I'm going to use my Ender to attack, and I almost got a pair of 6s, and I was going to feel super cool. But I'm going to spend 2 more Valor to make that a pair of 6s. And I'm going to blow up that Actyl immediately on my turn. And then I'm going to deal 1 more damage to the boss, and that's cool. That's an alley-oop. However, I've now given up half of my team's HP on cashing in on 6s. Not a great idea, but... Oh, wait, did I do something stupid? Oh, okay, no. Okay, that's a different one. Alright, cool. So, that's that. Planet Reshaper will happen. That's Arazelsol Super Special Attack, which will roll 10 dice. And I'll roll these 5 and see what we got. What is it? Every 3 or better? Planet Reshaper, for every 3 or better, will deal damage. And right now I have 4 damage and 6 damage. And so I deal 6 damage, and I get to divide that damage across all my robots. So what do I want to do? I want to... That's a really good question. My robots are kind of made of tissue paper. I guess I'll deal 3 damage to Ender, since it's in no danger. And I'll do 3 damage to my Ika. So now I have 3 robots at 1 HP. We're doing great. And then all minions activate, which is just this innate over here, and that innate's not close to anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. That thing's not close to anything. So instead, if a minion wants to attack and there's nothing in range, it will just move closer up to its maximum to the closest robot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the closest. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And it's like, well, Breeze, I'm an Aegis expert, and I remembered that there are minimum ranges in the game. Isn't that a terrible mechanic for robots that have minimum ranges? Well, I'm glad that you brought that up. The SAI card doesn't make you move. The SAI card does something different. So when S minions spawn, they always stand still, so they'll never purposefully move into their own minimum ranges and be dumb AIs. So that's something that we also thought of. So let's see here. So Planet Reshaper happened. The only thing that happened there was the Innate moved. And what I want to do last, do I want to combine? Yeah, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. And so far I've used 5 total energy, I think. And then I'm going to go down to 11. Then I'm going to pay like 7, whatever. Go down to 4. I'm going to combine into my AS robot, my Sha 1000, and I will immediately trigger Salvo, which will shoot at this Innate. And Salvo, what do I want to do with you? I want to... This was a suboptimal combine, you see. The cool thing about playing Aegis solo is that no one's here to judge you on how bad your tactics are. Only yourself. So, anyway, solo, Sha comes in, I get to roll 3 dice, use my infinite burning... Ooh! That's a pair of 6s. And a 1, so that would technically make the attack miss. However, I can keep grinding myself down to nothing to make this a 6, because the temptation is there, and I will deal a lot of damage, because 6s are my middle name today. I'm going to deal 4 damage to this Innate.
Real
Exactly.
fast. We had a question in chat.
Yes.
About whether the new mechanics like alternating turns and Valor Points are for solo mode only, or whether they're going to be incorporated into main Aegis gameplay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good question. So alternating turns is already a thing in the Aegis rulebook. We encourage you to do it if it's we actually refined it a little bit, to be honest. Oh, Yempi died. Did you just?
Oh, that was just my other computer.
Oh, that's right. You have
Since I
double.
wasn't using
You
it.
have double computers. I forgot about that. Yeah. So alternating turns is already a rule in Aegis. It was done kind of suboptimally in the first box. We refined the rules a little bit there for 1v1 and alternating activations for normal Aegis. So look forward to those updated rules in Aegis 2 and the Aegis 1 reprint. Valor points are used in Starpoint Arena. There's no like shop like this one has where you can spend your Valor points to like do stuff in that mode, but Valor points is like the general like idea that we're using for team HP. So like in Starpoint Arena, you run around trying to capture these star points, and if your robots blow up, you lose HP. And that's kind of what we're pushing as a newer game mode that is more friendly and less snowbally overall than standard Aegis deathmatch mode. So these concepts do come up elsewhere, but not in the exact same way, which is also good because it's the solo mode. I didn't want the solo mode to feel too alien with the other stuff that we were already introducing, so I tried to bring in a lot of the ideas that were already existed. But yeah, if you do alternating activation Starpoint mode, which I think works, which we need to test. But yeah, if you play alternating activation Starpoint mode, then yes, you'll basically be playing something very similar to this, but against another person.
Do I hear an idea for next stream?
Yeah, that is a good idea for next stream. We should probably make sure that alternating activation Starpoint mode actually works, because that is kind of crucial. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but it has not been tested. So, I rolled 3 6s. I dealt 4 damage to this Innate. Suck it, Innate. And this Actyl's already dead. And something cool actually about dead minion robots that has to do with combining, but it hasn't come up yet. So you go down to 1. That's cool. And then this is something cool will happen in a second. This robot has return fire. which is an ability very similar to Retaliate, which is an ability very similar to Revengeance. I hope people have noticed that all of our responsive abilities start with Re. I think about that really hard. If you attack an enemy, if you attack an AI return fire or whatever, they will just attack you back like automatically. The enemy doesn't have energy, but it will just make the attempt to shoot you. And that's a written rule. So this guy's gonna shoot me. He misses. He needed 3s or better. And then that's that. And now the enemy takes its last turn of the round and it activates the blue card, which is Bossa Nova, which will hit everything in line of sight. Nothing's in line of sight, so I don't have to roll for it. And then it's going to activate E-Robots, of which there are none. And then it's going to flip over a new attack. And it's going to flip over a new minion because there are new E-Robots in play. It flipped over the Actal 5000. Now, what happens to a combined robot when you flip it over? You put it off to the side over here, and then you flip a new. If you check first, you flip over a combined robot. You check if you can make it, and if you check if you can make it, AI combined robots only need to match letters. They don't need to match names and things like normal Aegis does. So it would check if I have an A, a G, and an I in play. I do not. I only have this I in play. But it also checks, and this is why dead minions matter, it'll also check letters in your discard pile. So I actually do have an A robot in my discard pile and an I robot in play, but no G. So because I can't make that combined robot, it'll flip over, and I'll do this one instead. SO6000 also doesn't do anything. And then I flip this one over. What is this? This is where your team makeup comes into play. It's just going to spawn all these into play. That's another combined robot. This is another combined robot. Let's see. This is a new rule that we've been working on. There we go. Okay, finally. Here's a basic. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, here. So yeah, I finally flipped over. Here's a basic Arlie. Not a basic Arlie. This is an AI Arlie robot, which it can combine because there's already an AI robot and I robot and a robot in my graveyard, so it'll spawn this level 2 robot and it'll come into play wherever the AI robot, the current alive robot is. If there are multiple components that are alive, it is up to you as the player to choose where this new robot comes in. So Arlie 2000 comes in, this innate goes away and gets added to the thing, and I guess this brings up a thing. So I had an iRobot in play and a robot in my graveyard, but I also had an iRobot in my graveyard too. So would it take priority? Could you combine the two dead robots if there's an alive thing on the board? No. That is, you have to. It would automatic. It always tries to upgrade a robot that's in play first. But if you have no minions in play and you flip a combine, and you have the proper components in your graveyard, then you roll a die and you just combine into that robot, and that robot comes into play on a random spot. That is how that works, if anyone was following that. But that's me talking to myself. So Arlie comes into play. It does its combine ability, and a lot of the combine abilities work pretty well in solo mode actually. So this will come into play. I get to choose. It says it'll move as far as it can and put itself adjacent to somebody, and that robot doesn't make energy next turn. I get to choose where I want this robot to stop, but I'll just put it here. Here seems good. And it's going to make it so my Sha doesn't give me energy at the start of next round. Anyway, so that is round 1, and then these guys go away. And now we're going to flip over 3 new AI cards. Oh, no, the first thing we do. Whatchamacallit? First thing we do is we're going to roll a die to figure out if the boss moves, and it does. The boss will move over here. And now he's saying hello to all of my friends. Suboptimal. And then we're going to reveal 3 new cards. And they will be, ooh, the black ass. and the black I and the white G. All right, so this is also obviously all not final graphic design, but the difference between the white letter and the black letter, which is this, let's say, look at this black S right here, is at the end of this round, these AI cards will go off to the side and they'll give the boss a permanent buff. So after this round, I know that the boss will have +1 accuracy permanently, and the boss will also be draining me 2 energy at the start of all of my turns permanently. So that's cool, right? Those buffs do not kick in this actual round, though. I just know that they're coming. So let's see. Sha, you don't make any energy this turn. I start with 6, 9. Cool. This is going to be a very short round. Oh, actually, this is where I screwed up a little bit. I had 4 energy left at the end of my last round. I could have used that to do stuff. Probably nothing, really. I probably would have moved Gon over here because I was going to combine it this turn. So we'll say I did that. Alright, so 9. What will you do? I know that the S action on the boss is just a damage buff to all minions. That's not super threatening. But however, I know the new R attack me with that if this turn. So what do I want to do? Do I just want to try to kill this early? Do I want to run away? Yeah. Oh, I could just yeet the early a million spaces away. I could do that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay 2 dice. I'm going to roll some dice. And I'm going to use the Ultra Furious Tail Wiggle and miss, which is a little tragic because I don't have a lot of energy and I also don't have a lot of Valor. I'll burninate its face because that's the light attack anyway. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Well, okay, well, at least that's 2 damage on this robot. Bonk, bonk. Wish these buttons were bigger. 2 damage. And that Arlie is on fire for whatever that's worth. It's kind of not really worth anything. And then boss goes. Boss, do you boost all the damage of all minions? You do! Congratulations, boss. And then S-type stuff. Nothing happens. I think the rest of these combines actually end up getting shuffled in. Yeah, we'll say they're actually shuffled back in. Zoop. And then new minion into the no S. Scion, you're not a real. And there you go. Hold the smaller Scion, you are a real. And originally in the original said that you shouldn't use commander robots as solo mode AI enemies, but upon further inspection, it seems to work fine. It might make things a little bit more fun. So AEGIS is now in play, and at the end of my turn, at the end of the round, she will shoot me if I'm in range. So that's cool. And then, so that was the AI's turn. That was quick. Now what I want to do? I want to. My combined robot is all the way over there. In this turn, it's going to use its big AoE attack with the G card. So I already used 5 out of my 9 energy. This sucks. I'm going to spend my last 4, I guess, to make this Ender 3000. And that's cool. And that will let me spawn a Gon token. And a Gon token is a 1 HP robot with beacon, and I can poop it anywhere within 6 spaces. Oh man, if I could still do the thing where I could poop it anywhere, that would be useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll put you over. I don't really want you to get wiped out by the boss's AoE attack, so I guess I'll put you here and just block the space from spawning, because that's actually a strategy you can do. I'm out of energy, so now the enemy will just have free reign to punch me. Boss uses its eye ability, which is another damage. So this Arlie now has 2 damage boosties on him. And now the Arlie will attack me and probably drain the crap out of me with its MSV Pulsar Cannon, which hits on 3s at 4 dice. That will deal 5 energy drain to me. So now my Sha 1000 is making 2 energy. That's cool. And yeah, I think that's that. No minion spawn because an iRobot did a thing, and then I'm out of energy. It would be my turn. I have nothing to do, and then G robot happens. G attack happens. So now the boss will use its Bossa Nova, which will be a name that makes it different. And boom. So each 4 or better, 1 damage everywhere. 2 damage to my combine over here. So that's cool. I'm getting my ass kicked. It blows up my purple robot. I lose the Valor. I have yet to actually walk up and punch this boss, because I am tactically dumb. And what do I want to do? I want to do nothing, because the G robot, that's that. The boss did his thing. Oh, there's no G robots in play, so whoops. New minion. Flip. What are you? You are an AID 2000, which is a GI. There are no G. So, whoop. Eventually, as the game goes on, Arlie. Another A robot. Little Arlie, where will you spawn in? Spawns in on 1. And 1's occupied, 2's occupied, 3's occupied, so he comes in on 4. Boop, boop, boop. Amazing. Foolproof system. And then at the end of the round, the boss moves. Where does the boss move? Moves over to 5, which kind of absolutely sucks. I missed my chance. Okay, so now the boss has more accuracy. I make less energy. And this goes over here. And we summon in 3 more things. Uh-oh.
So what happens if all the spawn points are obstructed?
The spawning does not occur.
So you could theoretically move all your robots onto the spawn points to try to stop robots from spawning.
Something is... Wait. Did I do something weird? There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, I just flipped over the rest of the deck like a dingus because Tabletop Sim is bad. Alright, let's see here. So yeah, you could just do a blockage on all the spawn points if you really wanted to, but then the question is that a good strategy when you only have 4 turns to chew through like 16 HP? But if you have a lot of arcing robots and long-range robots, probably viable. And let's see, so what do we got? First thing the boss is going to do is its other special attack called Devastation, which actually destroys all terrain. I wanted to put some fun fun abilities like that in the game. It'll destroy all but one terrain piece, and then it deals 1 damage to all robots, and that includes minions. And then all minions activate. So, do I just die? How much energy do I make at the start of my turn? Well, my Ica respawns wherever I want it to. Do I put it here? Yes, because I have a plan, I think. And then, and just like in Starpoint Array, your Ica, your robots will respawn, and you never lose energy. So my Ica makes 5 again. 5, 7, 11. I have 11 energy because this Arlie completely screwed me last turn. Do I want to... This is looking quite not good because I planned badly. I should have just ramped to Endergansha and shot fireballs. Well, let's try to let's burninate this Arlie before it kills me. Yeah, that's 2 damage. So that's good. 2 damage and blazed. And now I'm going to try to just finish it off by yeeting it and triggering the blaze damage, because when a robot gets set on fire, it'll take damage if it moves, and I'm going to pay 2 to make this a 6. And it's going to die. And I'm going to deal 2 damage to the boss. Progress. Alright, so that solves one major threat. One thing that we haven't come to a final decision on is in respawn, like Starpoint and solo mode, what happens if you have a bunch of robots that all get drained very aggressively and then you just can't do anything. I think there's the rule where I can manually destroy my robots at any time to respawn them, just in case they get really, really drained. So it's like a recall thing in a battle royale. So that would be what happens. So I could choose to destroy my Shah and poop it back in as it's 2 separate pieces. But for now, I think it's good. Alright, so that's that. Devastation. 1 damage to everything. And then a boop, a boop, a boop. Then put this back. And then Arlie 2000. And because I killed this Arlie 2000, that counts as an AI in the box. And 1 damage. And like the difficulty scaling is interesting. We've been trying it at like 14 HP, 16 might be high. But we also took out some. The boss used to regenerate health, and that was terrible. So let's see. Devastation. Destroy all terrain. What terrain do I want to keep? I will mark said terrain with a thing. I want to keep... Probably not... Is anything useful? This? Yeah, I'm gonna keep this, because it will probably block line of sight to my robot all the way over here when it Bossa Nova attack. And then activate all minions. Scion, I'll activate them in alphabetical order if there's multiple. Arlie, nothing's in range of Arlie, so Arlie will move to the closest thing, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ties are broken by how big the thing is, so Arlie, you can go over there by going 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Scion, you don't have anything in range. Oh, actually, do you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scion can energy boost the boss, which does absolutely nothing. I guess we could count that as a heal, right? That's a good question. Since energy boost only appears on like 3 robots, what does it do when it uses it on an enemy in a mode that has no stuff? Well, we'll say it's a heal. So Scion heals the boss by 1. And then I guess that's that. So that's that nightmare's over. I'm 2 now. Why? I just go 1, 2. Why did I do this? Do I just seppuku my robot? And just make them all over there? And then do I just make Ender Gansha and try to salvo 20 damage? Chad face, yes. So let's do that. I'm just gonna kill my Ender 3000 and I'm gonna spawn it. Question is, does it spawn out of turn or does it spawn wherever? And I think the player might be able to make the choice. In this case, I think I want to spawn the... Hello! Good to hear from you. Welcome back.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
We finally solved all the issues of Aegis by giving it a solo mode. Because now you don't need to have people to play with. I could stream 24/7 if I want to. So yeah, I seppuku my robot. I split it up into its original pieces, and that will be what I do on my turn. And that does a damage to my party HP, and then the boss is going to roll its face on its keyboard and hit me at 3s or better, because it has that permanent thing. Oh, that sucks. 2 damage to everything. This was not a winning strategy, but it was a strategy. And then...
It's a bold strategy. Let's see how it'll pay off.
Dies. 2. I'm gonna do a thing. Yeah. So you both take 2 damage. Welcome back to life.
So how have things been going for you guys?
It's been going good. The pandemic happened, and I used that opportunity to stockpile 1 million art assets and get AEGIS2 like they just use like kind of almost like done, which is great because compared to AEGIS1 where we kickstarted it and like then we had to just rebuild the whole game. Luckily this time when the Kickstarter succeeds, it's like pretty close to there. We're gonna add some robots, finish up some art, do some last minute testing, and hit print, and it'll be great. So that's exciting. Jerk Boss dealt 2 damage to my guys. Activates E-minions. There are no E-minions. What happens? It spawns another Innade. Oh, it's the Innade, the bad one. We actually just got art done for this one, and it looks absolutely sick. So if
I was actually coming in here because I had art I wanted to show off.
Ooh.
Like I'm gonna say like 2 months ago probably I came in here asking for like help for robot like reference images, and I was like I should and the artist like finally started like getting to that exact piece, and I'm like I should share it in here. It basically just looks like an EG bot.
Cool. I'll take a gander in a minute. What was I doing?
I still got posted anyways.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he posted already. The spawn in a dude, and that means there's now iRobots on the board for which this I card to activate. So that's nice. I will do what? I wish this team had a good level 3 robot to make, but it kind of doesn't. I'm gonna go 1, 4. I'm gonna make. Do I just do this? Do I do? I don't have this robot on my team, but do I just make the EI ender and say I did? No, I should have spawned it the other way. No, I can't spawn it the other way. I just planned badly. Why do I plan so badly? Oh,
You made the game and you don't know how it works.
it's true. I'm just bad at playing. So I'm gonna pay. I'm
Aw, man.
1, 3, 2, go down.
It's a shame I just ended up disappearing. I got so into the game, and then I played the game so much before the game came out. The game finally came out, and I showed it to my friends, and we spent an hour just trying to make a team by sifting through 100 cards, and I was like,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
I think I'm done with the game.
We have draft mode. Never attempt to sift unless you're trying to do a tournament. I guess it's a catharsis if you want to like blow 4 hours of your life out. But we're refining draft mode in the new box, so you can just take your deck of your brick of cards and be like, okay, we playing now, boys. I attacked this new innate. The innate has jamming, so actually I end up having to re-roll one of those dice, and I missed. That's the story of my life. Oh yeah, jamming it just says you roll an extra die, and you take the lowest among the dice that you rolled. So that's how jamming works. And re-roll robots with re-roll also work very similarly, where you roll an extra die if it's an AI robot, and you take the highest among the dice they rolled. So we worked that out, so that's good. Then this iRobot probably just immediately kills me. Okay, first thing the boss will do is boost its damage.
I'm gonna go for just a second. I'll be back.
Yep. So yeah, boss mode does damage boosties, and then eye minions. The eye minion, of which there is only one, attacks, and it will target my dude that's right next to it. And and the other big thing about this wasn't obvious earlier, but friendly fire is turned off for for AI robots. If you want to make the game a little bit easier for yourself and enemies into blowing each other up, you can turn friendly fire on. But that's like I guess that's a major rule change between normal Aegis and whatever is let's see here. Oh, it deals 2 energy damage to me, so Sha now produces nothing. That's good. And then I have some energy left. The real question is, we've been going back and forth forever on should you be able to just pay energy and combine a bunch of adjacent together to make a dude. My opinion's always personally been yes, because it's such a net loss. So actually, that's how I've been playing. It does remove some restrictions on certain things, but is that a bad thing? Who knows? I'll use the game designer cheating, and I will pay 7.
All right,
I'm combining 3 robots at once. I'm going against the rules. So was I at 8? Go down to 2. Make this big one. All right, so I make end. So what will I do here? I'm going to merge these jerks together, and then I have one more turn to probably just make the new level 5 robot and blow everyone up. Create gun tokens. Copy. Paste. Not that it really matters. Paste. So pooped out some gun tokens. That's new. That's a new thing in AEGIS2, is gun tokens. And then what else do you do? Nothing. I made a robot, and that's it. And I have 2 more energy to spend, and all my robots have already gone. Spend it on anything. The robot now has +1 evasion, for the rest of the game, aka the last round. And then, okay, let's see. I know technically I should know what's coming, but I'm bad at math and counting cards. So we got an S, a G, and lucky it never got its defense boost or it's a damage boost this game because yeah, the black G and the black A perma boost the boss's defense and damage. So the boss just won't get that. Can I deal 13 damage with 6 energy? Oh my god, I just realized something. I don't have enough energy to combine. Because the stupid fucking minion burned 7 energy off of me.
Well, that's fine. You can get your energy back by fusing.
Yeah. I don't have enough energy to combine to begin with, though, so I can't even reboost the. Well, that's a problem for me. I guess I just do my best. Yeah, I totally lose here. All right,
I picked you up some stuff today. I picked you up some breakfast burritos. They have soft.
Rebecca, can you mute, please? We're on stream, by the way. Oh yeah.
I'm listening to.
Well, the good thing is that I just rolled. I'm using my Ender Gun. I'm rolling 4 dice on the boss, which is actually I'm rolling 4 dice on my Gon token, and dealing dealing a lot of damage. Is that a lot of damage? No, it's 4 damage to the boss because the boss has flight. Just to make it easier for yourself. Like, why does the boss have flight if it never actually moves? Well, it's because anti-air is better on it, so you can kind of affects what teams you want to build. So I dealt 4 damage with you, and then I only have 6 energy left, so that's kind of all she wrote. So S. Whoops. Oh, sorry. The boss was supposed to move at the end of the last round, so that boss probably isn't even standing there anymore. I am correct. The boss just yeeted away. Not that I had a chance of winning anyway. I guess instead I used that 4 damage to that 3 damage on both of these jerks. So I'm gonna blow up this Innate and deal 1 damage, and then this Arlie almost, and then I'll spend my last energy. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I can't do anything in this situation. So this is the first time in the last few game modes where the boss actually completely trounced me. But that was also my fault for being bad, because there was several turns where I was like, oh, the boss is in my face. You know what I should do? I shouldn't shoot it.
Real quick, I just want to say
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't realize you were streaming. Or I would not have done any of that.
No problem.
I just saw you in here. I'm like, oh, cool. Hey, Breeze is there. Let's just go chat with Breeze. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, it's whatchamacallit, I had a word. No, we're even like several years in, we're still peak professionalism on these streams anyway.
Oh, I was like, they would like, if I like entered in and hadn't seen them in like a year, they'd probably like tell me it was a stream.
I'll tell Sarah and Ryan you said hello and all that.
I'll try and see you guys some other time. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. So anyway, that closes out a solo game. That's basically how a solo game works at the moment. It's still very much in progress, but you have 4 turns. I blew most of my Valor on 6s. Possibly not the greatest choice because I could have used that Valor for other more relevant things. And I forgot that Salazar's combined robots don't actually do much in terms of damage output, except for Endergansha. So I should have just rocketed up to Endergansha and started blasting. That probably would have worked out a lot better for me. Because, yeah, my AS robot and the EG robot and EGI robot kind of cap out at a certain amount of damage. In the past, when I've been testing, I've been using Ashla's pre-constructed team, which has the Awesome on it, which can attack 3 times in a turn. And that helps whittle down the boss really quickly. And then Ethriel has a robot that has Revengeance, which lets you attack on your opponent's turn. So I was able to score a really clutch victory out of that a couple of times. But generally, yeah, you want to, when you're making a team to challenge bosses in solo mode, you want to take into account how much HP the boss has and what stuff is going on with them. So Aerosol Sol is kind of designed to be the simplest one, because it's just a big brick of HP that shoots damage everywhere, but we're going to do some more creative designs for the other level 5 bosses. Anyway, so it feels like of course the downside of solo mode is that you just talk to yourself and it feels like you're monologuing forever. Yampy, please communicate with me.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, yeah, no, you finish a solo mode test and you're like, hey Breeze, yeah, thanks. Thanks for playing. What's your feedback? Well, yeah, Breeze, I thought it was pretty good. I think you could probably go down on the HP a bit, and then you're like, oh wow, thanks, cool. I'll make sure to test some of your stuff sometime. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. I don't know. So that is solo mode, and so it's extremely modular. You still get to build whatever team you want, and you're still trying to build a team around what boss you're fighting. So there's some strategy there with the team building. And then there's also like strategy with like building out the minion deck. So you could just build out a minion deck that's super synergistic, or has like a lot of really powerful robots together. It's important to note then that when you do the initial 2 spawns at the start of the game, those 2 can be combined robots. So if you start the game, you can totally just start with an Algelian in your face and like an Arc Infinity. And
Incredible.
You're like, cool. But of course, the good part of that is that if you kill them, you're dealing really huge damage to the boss. If you manage to chew through them really quickly. But so yeah, that's a thing that is currently in the rules. Is yeah, the initial spawns can be combined robot. And it got to the point near the end of the. There were enough things in the graveyard where I think it's just missing a G robot. It could have pretty much made anything, like any of the combines that would have ever come up. Or I guess an E never came up either. But yeah. What are your opinions on solo mode, Yampers?
It looks interesting. I'm excited to try it out at some point, and so I'm interested to see how it would play as like a co-op mode too. Because you mentioned that that was
same. We can try that out real quick. I don't know if we should. We're gonna. Do you want to stress test that?
Sure, why not?
So, this is something that's never been tried, but I think using this technology that I've included in the game, with the AI mode deck, with the AI deck, you could use this. This mode can be a solo mode. I don't know if we're going to necessarily focus on that as like a solid thing for AEGIS2's release, but when we make the new scenario book, we might put like some co-op experiments in there, kind of like we tried some experimental game modes in the first scenario book. But then like when AEGIS3 comes out, we'll have like we'll make it like a dedicated probably co-op mode if it seems like it works kind of okay. Alright, so let's see. You just reset. I'm gonna put pieces over here. And
now the question is, what do I do with the overlay for this? Because now I have my robots and your robots and the boss's robots.
I guess you don't really need to know what the boss is playing. They're just a bunch of hapless robots anyway.
Fair enough.
Let's see. So let's reset this. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do this really smart thing where I just reset to AEGIS2 solo mode, and I'll pop all the stuff back into place. Get into a fresh start. Except it won't. Oh, there it goes. Have to refine some of the file sizes on this. Alright, so the real question is where the enemy AI robots will go if we're both using a player board, but that's not really super important. Alright, so co-op mode. For the sake of easiness, I'm just going to spawn Einer. Yeah, I'm gonna spawn base Einer over on my thing, because we have been testing a little bit back and forth with making sure it's all nice, plays friendly with AEGIS1 stuff. The one thing that makes the enemy AI deck interesting, or like a little bit harder to get, well, I don't know, the thing that has an impact on the enemy AI deck is if it's of level 1 robots with 2 actions, which there's a lot of those in AEGIS1, whereas most level 1 robots in AEGIS2 have 1 action. So there's a little bit more management when it comes to filling your deck up with AEGIS1 robots, because the way enemy AI works, if you have more than 1 action, is that they will shoot, and if they miss, they'll go down their action list, and they'll just keep trying to hit something until they've used all their actions. And but as soon as the first action hits, that's it. Then the enemy AI stops. Oh man, I haven't seen AEGIS1 stuff in so long. Because all we do for the last few conventions and events, we've just been demoing with the AEGIS2 teams. Let's see. So what is this? The Sheridan.
That's a good question. I'm trying to throw something together real fast that doesn't suck.
Use the Sheridan default team.
I kind of want to just like put down all the guys who do like big buffs, and then I buff you and you destroy the boss or something like that.
That's also fair too. Obviously, always use No 400 goat robot, and I guess just try to boost EV. And I think in the co-op mode we can set up in each other's start zones. So like, I guess Einer, I'll have Einer can like jack up Einer. And then what do I want? I want oh, here's another minion deck actually that's already pre-put together, and this minion deck's made of 1 robots, and it's also kind of broken. So we'll see how it goes. Starting the game will... I completely forgot that the Gel 2000 made 4 energy. What a bad robot. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Boss is at 16. I want to say that pretty much in co-op mode, everything should probably just be like doubled. That's probably too much, so I'll just say the boss is like 20. And then our mutual Valor will be like 15. Let's see here. And I think every spawn, it'll spawn 2 things. That was my idea. But we'll find out. But this is gonna suck though, because the first 2 spawns the enemy AI has SSM 8000.
Oh.
Yeah. and this other level 2, this much more inconsequential level 2, but we're gonna get God stomped depending on where this thing lands. 2 and 5. SSM 8000 is on 2, so let's good luck with that. And then I have Gel 2000 in front of me. so that's neat. Cool. So what's over here? Arrows. Sheridan. Arrows. Snow. And this is stupid. How does this work? Here's how it's gonna work. On our turn, we get to activate 2 robots. So I get to activate 1, and you get to activate 1, or I activate 2, or you activate 2, or whatever. And then the enemy AI will go, and then that, and that'll keep the action economy flowing correctly, I think. Like I said, this has never been tested, so we're gonna find out a lot of things really quickly.
So wait.
You know what? Since it's co-op mode, maybe it spawns a 3rd robot. Because why not?
I had a question and I lost it. Wait. So is the boss taking twice as many actions then?
Oh God.
Like, should we just double the boss deck?
That's how game design works. You just double stuff. So this, I think the boss will just use its actions twice when it comes up. So like, it'll use this G action twice, which is probably not the correct answer, but whatever. Co-op games are supposed to be hard. Hide behind walls, get shot at with the Bossa Nova. Twice. So, alright, well, players have first go around. Would you like to double boosty my arc or something?
So like I can...
You
so
can
like when you
use
say
2 of
we
your
activate
robots,
2 bots,
or...
they can both be my robot?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we just have to work around. So the first thing that's going to happen is, what's going to happen? The SSM 8000 is going to do something, and that something is... Oh! This is the coup de grace. This is great. This is hilarious. So, how do X costs work when they're on an AI? And, well, the answer, Yempy, thank you for asking. Thank you, Breeze. Also, thank you for asking. Is that the X cost is equal to the energy of the player it's targeting.
Oh.
So if you have 20 energy left and SSM 8000 wants to shoot you, it will roll 20 dice on you.
This is looking great for my team over here.
So, and let's see, well, what's it going to target? It has like an awkward minimum range, so maybe it won't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's just going to shoot at Einer. Or actually, no, what's arrows? What's in alphabetical order? Arc or arrows? Arc. It will just shoot 1,000,000 missiles and kill Einer immediately, so maybe don't... Well, okay, so we can... The boss spawns its minions first, and then we figure out our setup. So knowing that, how about... we do this instead. The good thing about you using an S-type robot is that the enemy AI by nature will never shoot at S-types, pretty much. So
interesting.
Because it's like S is always in like the last available target, if there are multiple targets available. So now, the first turn, SSM 8000 will first shoot a bunch of missiles at this arrows, which is less threatening, and then it actually keeps doing stuff. Oh wait, no, it doesn't keep doing stuff. It just uses its first thing, and if it hits anything, which it will because it's rolling 20 dice. Actually, how much energy does your team make?
25.
25. All right, cool. Well, what should we do on the first turn, Yempers?
Well, I like the idea where, I just boost up Einer to hopefully destroy everything.
That sounds great. Do that twice, please. Thank you.
So I'm
see.
trying to think.
So actually the thing one is...
Wait, I have a better idea maybe for setup.
Ooh.
What if I...
Yep.
What if I stuck the snow over where the Ika is currently, shoot the accuracy laser to hit... Can you pierce along these weird lines, or does that not work?
You can peer. Which lines?
Like, how they are currently.
Oh yeah. This is just a
Okay.
normal space. So you can move into those spaces. I'm gonna make that a little more obvious in the front. Right. Let's see here. So where'd your snow go anyway? Where is your snow? Oh, there you go. Just a mysterious Ica. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That was. I think. Wait, was it? What the hell is an Ica 200? Why is there an Ica 200 here?
What?
That's so weird.
What do you mean?
What does this look like to you?
It's the ICA 200. I
Okay.
think, right?
Yeah. But the
It's supposed to be the
200
ICA 200. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that yours?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm going insane. I'm sorry. All right.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
All
I
right,
guess
cool.
I'll shoot with the snow to in that line.
Yeah, it checks out. Oh yeah. So here, duplicate a bunch of dice.
Oh, I need to promote myself.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go.
Solid
All right. Well,
start.
this guy
Yeah.
has reroll 1, and I also am targeting
You're
an
the end
ally. So
Oh, that's right. Sheridan does things.
yeah.
Oh, cool. I was gonna say you could burn our mutual life total, but that was a stupid idea last time. All right, cool. So everyone's accuracy boosted. So now Einer is aggressively accuracy boosted. Should I go up and try to hit this thing now?
Can you reach it to melee at this turn or no?
Yeah, I can walk up 2 spaces and punch it.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I could go with the arrows 400 and make your melee an automatic hit.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll just attack it on the next activation. So yeah, you do that. Boom.
Okay.
My guy is super boosted. And then boss turn. It'll use Bossa Nova. Nothing happens because nothing's in line of sight. And then G stuff happens. It'll activate G minions. The biggest minion goes first. It'll roll 25 dice on this arrows specifically. That's immediately death, I think.
Is that on an AoE too? Like, is that gonna destroy half my team?
Oh my god, wait. Yes! It is! It's just going to blow up Arc. Should I move? I think instead of boosting me another time, I should have moved last turn.
Okay.
And I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that works.
I'm gonna punch it just to get out of the stupid splash range. And I'm gonna roll and try for what 3s are better.
It's a boost 2, so it should be 2s or better, right?
Yeah, for some reason I gave arrows 8,000. For some reason SSM 8000 has evade 1.
Oh.
God knows why. So I guess I'm gonna use something to make this a 6 just to deal 4 damage to it. Or 5 damage, right? Yeah, because because you did snow and then I moved in that direction. So SSM 8000 is currently at 3. And then we go through the rigmarole of it dealing 15 trillion damage to these 2 robots specifically. So those immediately die. We take 2 points of ding-dongs. And then more G stuff happens. What does Gel 2000 even do? Gel 2000 shoots my Axis. I love all these AoE robots that spawned at the start of the game. Alright. Oh, sorry, that's a 3 dice attack. Alright, that's a 1, so he misses. And then, because he missed, he'll do a Nectin thing. We're just gonna drop the evasion of my robot, which doesn't actually matter. That also misses, that's good. And that's that. That's all the G minions that do stuff. And now it's our turn again. What now? Do I... Oh, I guess this guy is in range to be overloaded, so I guess I should probably overload him. I'll move... I could also make room over here if you wanted on stuff over here. Or should I... What do? You have 6 HP. Which Ika is this? Oh, it's the one with recharge. Okay. So 3, 6, 10, 19. I start at 19. And I didn't do... Oh, actually I moved up 1 space and used 3 last turn, so that's important. And then I'm going to... Aru. Do you want to move my... I have a brain. Do you want to move my axis with your Ika? Just to get it off the spot, and then I can still overload.
Sure.
And then it's also moving me slowly towards the boss.
Okay, so 3 dice.
So it was free. That's cool. And then
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe I should just take the reroll. I don't know. Is there any use to getting an extra space out of it, or no?
No, there's no use.
Okay,
In fact,
then.
this is optimum because I don't want to get myself out of the site. Alright, so I'm going to roll 6 dice on this jerk. That's 3 hits. And that's another hit. Oh, in between that, the stupid robot attacked me, so let's do that real quick. You missed again, loser. Because this robot has retaliate when I shot it. So I dealt 4 damage to this. And that's that. And now what happens here? Roll 10 dice for each 3 or better. Alright, cool. Roll 20 dice. Because everything is doubled. Alright, so here's the first set of 5. What is it? 3s or better? That's 3 damage so far. 7 damage. 8 damage. 12 damage.
Oh,
Alright.
boy.
We have 12 to divide amongst our robots. Luckily, AEGIS1 robots have a little bit more HP. So I'm gonna I'll just tank 4 of it and put it on the stupid G-bot. Go down to 8. I'll put like 3 of it on there. I'll put 1 of it on here.
And then I do the other 6, or wait.
Yeah.
Or 4?
So what was it? 12. Yeah. So you're already like down some stuff. So yeah. Can you do the other 4? All right. Cool. Cool. Strong. Good. And now all of the minions activate, starting with SSM 8000. And SSM 8000 does what? Is there change? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. It will shoot at the snow because it's exactly the right range away, and it will deal some stupid amount of damage. I don't know, how many energy do you have left?
18.
Oh, cool. All right. I think that was all miss. So looking for 5s. It's 2 damage.
Alright.
Okay, dead. Alright, so that's another 1 damage to us. That's cool. At least it didn't seismic stomp my face. And then other G thing. Oh yeah, and then this tool is going to shoot Axis, which will do. I will miss again because he sucks. And then Ion will shoot this Ender because that's the most priority one in range because it starts with E. So Ion, what do you even do? I haven't seen this Ion in 10 years. 4s or better. Cool. 3 energy drain on incredibly beat up Go. So now my Go doesn't produce anything. And then Yeah. Cool. Cool. And that's all the minions. And now it's our turn again. Just want to you want to like shoot SSM 8000?
It's the 1 damage arrows, so it's not anything super good, but I can.
He only has 3 health left, so I guess that'll make life easier next turn, maybe.
Okay, then yeah, I guess. I don't think I even need to move, but I guess I may as well move because I have like a million bajillion energy to use.
Let's see. So actually, let's do. So SSM 8000. He's not going to use his stupid missiles next turn because there's nothing in range. So instead he'll use Titanic Pile Driver on my arc. Okay, just that's good. Which will also yeet me off the board. Is that what Titanic Pile Driver still does? Okay, no, that's I'm thinking of get some. Okay, it's just gonna deal 4 damage to Iron probably. Cool.
Okay, well,
So,
I guess.
you still have to roll for it, I think. Oh, I guess you don't have to roll for it. Your accuracy buff.
Well,
Offsets.
it's just a automatic hit anyway because it's the arrows 400 with the 1 damage plink.
But SSM has evade.
Oh,
But I think
right.
you have more buffs than it has evade. So
Yeah.
you just So yeah, SSM 8000's at 2, and then you can do like one more thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what I want to do? No, I can't. You're not close enough to be yeeted off the board. Pay 4. I'm gonna shoot this ion with my ender, the original. Lots of 4s. Party HP just to kill it? That's reckless abandon. Yeah. For a whole 1 damage on the boss. That's progress. And then that's that. So yeah, now the boss uses its S ability, which is give +1 damage boost to everybody. It works. That sucks. And now all S minions will go, which of course includes SSM 8000. And it's going to use Titanic Pile Driver on Einer's face. It misses. Great. Excellent. That's good, because it would have just one-shot Einer. It also has reroll 1. Does that reroll? Okay, thank God. Alright. So, boonk. That doesn't do anything. And then he continues doing stuff. So he's actually going to use a meat pump, which will deal damage to things. I'll deal 2 damage to both of our red robots, because he's damage boosties.
Wait. All my red robot too, or just?
Yeah, it's a radial. It's a radial
Okay.
attack.
Okay, well, rip.
Oh, it doesn't. No!
We'll see if I
that's
make it out of the turn with a single robot left alive.
Oh my god. This is freaking SSM. Cool. Seems good. I think that's that for S types. The good part is that it's not spawning anything because actually I messed a roll up. Technically the enemy is supposed to only have 5 letters worth of robot out, so that probably should have been rectified, but that's whatever. Flop, and we'll just carry that through from here on. And then boss doesn't have any fancy boosties. Oh, so actually, we still have energy left. Is there anything I can really do at the end of the turn before people move around? I can still do stuff over here. I'm gonna shoot gel with my crappy snow, and I'm going to miss, and I'm going to pay 1 to reroll, and I'm going to fail. Not gonna spend valor for that, and then I think that's it. Do I need to use? Do I need to use go for anything? Yes. There's no harm in moving him up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what happens if you knock a boss off the board?
I was also just thinking that. Probably nothing. I'm assuming the boss just treats all edges of the board as collision, but it's something that does need to be spelled out. Or if you want to feel like giving yourself an easy victory, you can say it kills the boss. Because no one's here to argue with you when you're playing solo mode, right? So it's like, if you want that dopamine rush of destroying Arazel Sol by throwing it off the board, it's whatever is fun for you, solo player. We're just giving you a toolbox. Let's see. So that's that. My robots, I don't think any of my robots die. They're just all pretty close to death. I go back up to 19. You can respawn all of your robots wherever you see fit. And then
All right, I'm trying to think. If I gave somebody an accuracy buff and a damage buff, would it be better off with the Axis or the Arc?
well, hopefully the Arc will just be able to kill this godforsaken monster this turn. But then, like, that's a good question. This is that monster train music. Alright, cool. So
probably the Axis then.
oh yeah, if you were to give something the ultra boosties, the Axis is pretty good, because the Axis can just deal like 6 damage sometimes. But does that mean you want to move the Axis? Do you want to put your dude here? In that case?
That's what I
Oh no,
would do.
yeah, there you go. This is, yep. Move over, Spirit Island. A new co-op game in town.
Alright, do you have any preferences on... Wait, oh, you don't have to respawn anything?
What's up?
Oh, you don't have anything to respawn.
No, yeah, no, I don't have
Okay.
anything to respawn. Yep.
I guess I'll stick the arrows. Guess I probably want to stick everybody out of missile range, or minimum range.
Let's
Yeah.
see. So I'm just going to probably... I don't think I need an accuracy boost to this, because I have first pilot, so at least I have 3 dice and an overload with which to kill this robot. So let's just take the first action here. And both of those miss because they need 5s or better. However, I will use my first pop 2 damage, and I'll blow up SSM 8000. Perfect. No more. No more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 damage immediately. All right. Now what else?
I guess I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
I think I can
then
do 5 spaces.
I think. Oh, is it 4? Nope. I know.
Okay.
How to play
I
this
was,
game.
I was like, I honestly didn't remember.
Okay. Yeah. So move 4, and then pay 3 to do the damage boost on the Axis.
Sounds good.
And then next turn I could do the accuracy.
Yep. Alright, cool. A robot. First thing the boss does is he's gonna shoot the thing in the highest alphabetical order, which I believe is still my arc. And that will also hit your arrows. So ripperoni and pizza. So it's gonna shoot this 5 damage arcing attack at my arc. We'll see if anything hits. Just 1. So both of our A robots will take 1. And then activate A minions, of which there are none. So now the boss is going to do some respawning stuff again. Of course, the fun part is now that there's a 4-letter robot in the discard pile, pretty much every combined robot will show up.
Oh, fun
be able to
times.
spawn in. So boop. The enemy has an axis, which will kill people. On space 1. He's just over here chilling. Alright. Our turn again.
Alright. Should I give you the accuracy buff on the...
How much HP does this thing have? He only has 2 HP. I can probably manage. I just need to hit him with 1 bullet. So let me do that. Bum bum bum. Yes? Yes. Die. Okay, so you're out of the picture. Now all 5 letters are in the discard pile. And the boss takes 2 damage. Oh, I forgot to move the stupid boss around at the end of this round. 5. The boss is on... What are you? 1?
5's
oh,
right
yeah.
there, right?
Oh, 5, and that was occupied at the... Would have...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that would have still targeted Arc over here, so nothing changed.
Yeah. So what
And
if I
then-
gave your Ender the accuracy buff then? Is that useful?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So then, I guess Snow will move 2, and then combine into the arrows 3000 for 7, and give you the accuracy up 2 on your Ender.
That's cool. Because then, yeah, I'm just going to dump dice on attack. However, I just realized that he's going to shoot with a Bossa Nova, and it's going to do 1 million damage to everybody. Which is actually... Oh, that's right, I forgot. The boss should be using attacks twice, because that's the stupid thing that we figured out. So, Einer died. Very much so. And now it'll use Bossa Nova twice and probably wipe our whole team. Stupid. The boss using 2 actions. Probably not great. But I guess we'll figure it out. So that was 2 things, and now it's going to use Bossa Nova. Let's get this out of the way. Roll 5 dice. I'll roll a 6th die afterwards. Oh, cool. 1 damage. And then 1 more. 1 damage to almost everything. So that's actually a lot.
I think my 2 over
'cause
here are protected, right?
Yeah, your guys are good. So it's actually just over here. We could spend 2 Valor to just delete this 5. Is that worth 1 damage on all robots?
I don't know. It's hard to
That's
say.
a solid question. Because it will kill. We're going to take 1 because it was going to die.
Then maybe it is worth it if it's...
Yeah. So let's go down to 4, I guess. And I started as like kind of an ARP. So Bonky. Or maybe in co-op mode we can just say that doing the Valor skills only costs 1. So that way we're a little bit higher. That makes sense. That's a lot easier than doubling the HP. So what? So we do that. The double Bossa Nova does nothing. E-type robots. No minions. There are no E-minions. I think I killed this a while ago. So actually, there's always been an I-type in there. And now, what will this form? An EG robot. I love EG. It's an EG robot culture. That will spawn here. And then, what thing? 2. Cool. Excellent. Alright, now it's our turn again. I'm going to shoot this boss in the face with 4 dice. Look, hitting on 2s or better. Yeah, is there anything better to do? No, absolutely not. Oh my god.
Wow.
Garbage. Those two become the 6s.
I'm glad the accuracy buff changed the outcome of the roll at all.
I know. That's awful. 9. Alright, so at least I thought it's 5 damage because the boss inexplicably has flying. Alright. And then after that, what else? I could have Go do something to it. I could walk up and punch it with Go. With Shattering Head Ram. That's probably good, right? Or do I combine with something? There's no Axis combines. Ender combine? I could do it. No, I can't do it. Combines this turn. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna stick back this one. No, that spawned in afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to. Sorry, what?
Oh, I don't know if there's, unless we have a better use for one of the actions. I'm tempted to just make like arrows 6,000 and start trying to snipe the boss.
Can you do that? Oh, actually, can you?
With the Ika.
Oh yeah. Sure. That's probably fun. Do that next round.
Okay.
Maybe. I'll try to deal 2 damage to him and see if I can melt off a little bit. Or actually, is it? No, that's stupid. No, we're gonna go with your. Oh, you can't make it this anyway.
What do you mean?
Or can you?
'Cause
Oh
the
no, you
Ika
could.
Yeah,
Ika can go over there. Oh no, you do that. That's a great idea. You should do that thing. Yeah. Because then, if you made the arrow 6,000 next round, it wouldn't even be able to activate.
Oh, I don't have
round.
enough energy. Never mind. That's a bummer.
Well, excuse. Are you sure about that? How much energy do you have left?
Well, I have 10, and it would take a total of 12 to pull that off.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. What's the range on this thing? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're gonna move up by like 2, right? And you're going to use the Ika's thing. Use the Ika's thing and move it closer. And you're gonna see if you can get double recharge or triple
Well,
recharge.
if I use that, I can't combine this turn because I just made the arrows 3,000, so it can't activate.
Oh, that's right. How do I play this game? Okay, that's fair. I guess there's no winning in that case. So okay, yeah, what do you want to do then?
That's a good question. I don't know. Do we have anything better to do, or I mean, I can move it up and maybe push something around somewhere. Did Axis go yet?
Axis already went.
Okay.
It was like the first thing. So far the best idea I have is walk up and punch with Go. But I am also a brainlet. Because my E and my A already went, so I can't do anything over here. I could shoot with snow, but snow sucks.
I guess Sheridan could blast the L down
Sure.
here, but...
Sheridan could just start blasting the L. It's not a bad idea. Does this L have retaliate? I always forget.
It does.
Oh. Not do that. That thing's gonna blast back and do double 6s. And then we'll just be sad. Whatever. I'm just gonna walk up and gonna do this roll parity and deal 2 damage and bring it to 6. I think we'll actually be fine. And then I-type stuff will happen. Boss goes. He's gonna roll and give.
Did we go with 2 robots, or?
Yeah, do we actually? I walked up and I punched. I thought we did something before that. Oh, but I shot with my Ender, I think.
Oh, was that the... Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that was all together. I think that was 2 things. So now I is gonna go. It's gonna roll 2 things. It missed on both of them. That's cool. No damage buffs on minions. And then I minions will activate. Those don't exist. He's gonna spawn something in. Is it an Algelian? No, it's just a cute little gel. And then on 2. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 over here. So you get to go there. And that's that. Then we have the rest of our energy to do stuff. So if you wanted to like position or do anything really.
Wait, we can still activate robots and stuff?
Yeah, as long as we
Okay.
still have energy left.
Oh, interesting.
So what did I start with? I started with like 19 or I started with like 16 and I shot with
I guess
shot
I'll
with
move
X
Ika the
10,
4,
and 6.
and then I could nudge your axis closer to the boss so that you could overload, maybe. Although I guess the boss is going to
That's a good
teleport anyway, right? Or no?
Oh yeah, we have no idea where the boss is. Well, actually, we kind of do. If it rolls 1, 2, or 3, it's going to end up here, or here, or here again. And then, so it will be somewhere. We can hope for 5, and that would be great. But either way, you should be able to Yeah, if you noodle axis somewhere around like here, that will like put it in position at least to get back to any of those spots.
Okay. I will do that then. Let's see. Alright, so 3 spaces wherever you want to move it.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, cool. And then I only have 3 energy left. I guess I can just use that to shoot. I'm just gonna shoot boss. I miss because I don't actually have enough energy to reroll. So that's that. Is that all your robots?
I'm gonna reposition these guys so that the Ender does
Oh,
or the
so
L doesn't nuke
so-
both of them.
That's a good idea.
And yeah, then that's everything.
Alright, cool. Where does the boss go? 3. So it's gonna move to 4. Alright, and then it has a damage buff for the rest of the game. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 2, 3. Look at that.
Wait, so hear me out.
Yeah.
So if the arrow's 3000 does the accuracy buff on the axis, the Ika moves it within
Yep.
overload range. You can just like deal 6 damage right there with automatic hits.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah,
As
I think
long as
that
it
checks
doesn't
out.
kill the axis on its turn.
Because yeah, what's it even gonna do on turn? It's gonna use its S action and give everything damage buff. Hope maybe, and then there are no S things, so I'll just poop out a minion, and then yeah, I think you just win.
Okay.
Assuming that something really stupid doesn't happen. Like I roll like 6 1s. And after you miss on your thing. So I guess, yeah, try to give me the boosty movie.
Alright, so... Oh, it's an automatic hit too, that's nice. So...
Oh, is it? I was like, I probably stared at that robot one day. I'm like, this robot sucks. What if it were great?
So...
So that
+2
happens.
accuracy on the axis. I'm trying not to...
So
I mean,
actually,
there's really no reason to like move anywhere, is
I guess-
there? Because it's just...
Yeah, you just noodle me and that's
And Ika
fine,
move
I
up
guess.
1, and Ika rolls 3 1s, plus another 1 on the reroll, and the plan fails.
That's enough?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, no, yeah, it is. I'm in range. Okay, cool. And then we just, like, I guess for the sake of posterity, S boss. It boosts all minions with 1 damage. 2 damage. Everything has a 2 damage buff. There are no minions, there are no S minions in play. It's gonna spawn something. It's an Arc 100. Arc 100 will do the thing. 1. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, it'll come in like right here. And then it'll just be our turn. And then, yeah, I guess I just go Torfy Dorfy, and I hit you for 6 damage. Exactsies. Oh, look at all those sick 1s and 2s. The teamwork method works. All right, cool. Well, we blow up the boss with its arbitrary HP total of 20. And I think that's that. We succeeded.
Yeah.
And with that, I say, Aegis has a functioning co-op mode now. I'm gonna bill it as the world's best combining robot co-op game on the Kickstarter headline, and no one will have an argument. I don't know. I thought that was neat. It's interesting how it kind of worked.
Yeah. So, is there an official
yeah.
ruling on whether or not you can combine with your allies' robots?
Just like in 2v2, yeah, I think you totally can.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool then.
So we could totally just absolutely do that. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Yampers?
I thought it was fun. Totally balanced. You know, I think it was
Totally.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like, I guess the boss attacking twice is stupid, but good. I don't know how much HP you should start with as a team.
What if
Or
the
like
boss didn't attack twice, but it could have up to 10 levels of robots on the board? Or, like, what if it got more minions instead or something?
I think that just has space concerns on the board itself.
That's
Eventually,
true.
you just end up. I think I did have the idea to start with. I'm like, well, when it spawns minions, maybe it should spawn 2 minions at a time. But then there's only so many spawn spaces, and there's going to be 10 of
Yeah.
your robots on the board. So like, the chances of you just being able to clog all the spaces is actually pretty easy, because there are now 10 ally robots in play. So that's neat. Kind of interesting, because yeah, moving 2 robots. How did moving 2 robots on our mutual? Was that cool? Did it feel like we were
Wait, say that
making
again?
team like? Activating 2 robots on our turn, is that like good? Do you think?
Yeah, I thought that was. I liked
alright,
the
yeah.
how we could, you know, like strategize, and I liked the freedom of it. And
Yeah. And then, yeah, same. Because I played a buttload of the new Jurassic Park Legacy game that's not out yet because I have exclusive access. And it's very similar kind of feel where you get like a certain allotment of actions per turn, and you like one person can like use a bunch, or you can like split them up and do things. And I think that this kind of had a good similar feel to that. Yeah, I guess it's like just like I don't know how the hell you balance this. you have 10 play 10 possible activations. The boss now has activations. The boss has 2 activations, but the same amount of minions spawning. Our game was specifically challenging because SSM 8000 spawned and just started kicking our asses immediately.
I don't know. It probably would have been a lot, like, significantly easier if that hadn't.
Right.
With a, you know, with a
oh yeah, absolutely. I think removing the level cap on enemy minions in co-op mode probably makes a lot of sense. So it's like if you do spawn like Elgelion and Arcade, it's like okay, cool. Deal with it. Whereas in normal like solo mode, the boss shouldn't have more than 5 letters of robot because you can only do so much. But 10 letters of robot, yeah, I think the boss should just be able to make however much random bullshit that they want. Interesting. Then obviously something we should try next time is archenemy mode. Somebody just controls the boss in the AI deck and they have full range over what they want to target all the time. Because that's the last kind of thing that theoretically works on paper with this AI deck and these boss cards. So we haven't tried that yet, but that's something I'm interested in trying. So now Train can finally have his art mode. But yeah, that was neat. Who would have thought that Aegis could be a co-op game? It's not the worst co-op game I've ever played either.
Yeah.
Exactly right. I mean, the bar can be pretty low with co-op games, but this one I think felt pretty like all right. Decisions were being made. The active upkeep didn't feel like you were manually programming a graphing calculator, so that was good. Cool. Well, I think we can wrap up then, right?
Yep, probably.
We are victorious. All right, cool. Well, thank you for joining Yampy. Thank you for joining Breeze. Thank you for joining Yampy. And Yampy's second account. Look forward to our game on Kickstarter. It'll probably go up in March or something. Tell people about the game and how they should click the notify me button on the Kickstarter page. And we will be announcing a big FAQ detail list, introductions to all the characters and stuff soon. I have that article mostly written. We have a nice poster. We haven't like made a big blowout on social media yet, just on the Discord, where I showed the cool poster, but the cool poster will be posted elsewhere soon. Yeah, you'll be able to get all the ahead of the Kickstarter launch, and it'll be great. All right, thank you everybody, and have a good evening.